This is for you.
Remember the name.
Sports Talk Zone. Welcome back. I'm Ranaja.
This is Mikhail.
And this is another week of Sports Talk Zone where sports is life. Today's episode is brought to you by Brina Boutique. For all your fitness apparels and gym accessories in all sizes, contact Brina Boutique on Instagram at Brina_Boutique876. This week we'll start off with the Carabao Cup finals where Liverpool defeated Chelsea in a penalty shootout level to 10. Mikhail, thoughts on the game?
Well, prior to the game, I predicted Liverpool to win. You said yes, but you weren't as confident. But this was a very entertaining game, high intensity, end-to-end stuff. So many chances within the game. Kaku got a chance and he scored. I don't know how they call it, offside. So many wrong decisions.
Because it was offside, but continue.
No, it was a very controversial game. It's like it would come like even a Champions League final to how the game was like.
Which of the calls were more controversial, the Lukaku goal or the Matip goal?
Honestly, I would probably say the Lukaku goal because that seemed like he was definitely onside and not offside. I don't know.
Look, offside to me, but hey.
I'm sure you'd say that. I'm sure you'd say that. But yeah, it was a good final. You couldn't ask for anything better. It was all that anybody could ask for. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, no goals were able to be scored. Or I don't know if you would say fortunately, but then it went to penalty shootouts. And the coach for Chelsea made a sub, bring on a keeper because I guess you think that this is a better shot blocker, better keeper between the sticks in saving penalties. And unfortunately, when he came up for him to kick his penalty, he missed it after going through, it's 11 to 10. And it was just sad it ended that way. But congratulations to Liverpool. First trophy of the season. Wonder if they'll win anymore. But it was a good game. It was very entertaining. Trust me. Couldn't ask for anything more. And unfortunately for Chelsea, that's how it ended.
Yeah, I agree with you. Very entertaining final. High intensity, as you said. Game filled with so many chances. Very shocked how it finished 0-0. Mount got a couple easy ones and didn't put them away. In my opinion, Chelsea got the clearer chances. But at the end of the day, if you don't score, you can't win. That's what happened. Went to penalty shootout. Liverpool did what they had to. Chelsea brought on Kepa. Based on analytics, he's the better for penalty situations. But I guess they didn't factor in the fact that he might take a penalty also. And that was really the difference in the game overall. So yeah, first trophy of the season. Hopefully there will be at least 1 or 2 more to come, if not 3. But I like how we start off the season. So yeah, definitely a wonderful start to the trophy cabinet for Liverpool. Let's talk about Middlesbrough Tottenham in the FA Cup. They beat Tottenham 1-0. Give me your take on that game.
Well, Middlesbrough knocking out another Premier League team.
On a roll, man.
Yeah, but this game was not a one-sided affair. Kane, they thought got that chance early, but it unfortunately was deemed offside. Son got a clear, exactly. Son got a clear header. I don't know how he missed that. He missed in the last minute of the game as well. Son got some couple clear-cut chances. I remember even in extra time, there was one where he did like a 360 spin and tried to heel back it in, doing some improvise. But then in the second period of extra time, unfortunately, bam, Middlesbrough took their opportunity when it came their way. And then that's how it is. Honestly, in this game, Spurs were the better team. Well, Spurs created more chances, but just unfortunately wasn't able to finish.
I would disagree with you on the Spurs created more. I would say Spurs created clearer chances.
Well, yeah, more clear-cut chances that they should have finished. It wasn't one-sided to say that Spurs was just pressuring them. Middlesbrough were holding their own and attacking just the same. And it goes to show that they're not, some smaller teams with the bigger clubs than...
They are not fearful of the top club.
Exactly. They just, I guess, when you have less to play for, less expectation, you just go all out and anything is anything. And it's just unfortunate. Fortunate for Middlesbrough, but unfortunate for Tottenham. 1-0. So go.
I'll say Middlesbrough winning this game. I don't want to say it's surprising, but I can say they deserve to based on the type of football they came to play. They didn't sit and just be defensive and hope to get something on the counter. They went back and forth with Tottenham. Though Tottenham got the better chances, they didn't put it away. So that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Middlesbrough came, they scored, defended out the game, and got over the finish line. And what I realized, the two teams that they have beaten in the FA Cup so far are teams that are having like a struggle with their identity as far as how they want to play football, even though both have well-known coaches who are very respected. They're showing that this championship club is coming to play without fear. They are not playing expecting that they're going to lose. They're going out there, giving it their all, and hope that the result fall in their favor, which it actually did. So I have to give credits to Middlesbrough for how they played. Well, I will not just let it seem like Tottenham threw away the game. Middlesbrough actually played enough football to win that game. All right, let's move on to the English Premier League, the big match of the day. Manchester City versus Manchester United, which finished 4-1 in favor of Manchester City. What a beautiful day in the derby. What's your take?
This game can take a whole episode by itself because, trust me, the scoreline, some person will say, yes, it's a true reflection of the game, but this game was literally a game of two halves because in the first half, Manchester United surprised me how they looked. Even though they gave up that early goal to Kevin De Bruyne, but they were attacking City. They were attacking and creating chances. I was surprised, and then I was saying to myself, even when they got that goal through Sancho, which was a brilliant goal, because even when he got that opportunity, I thought that probably he took too long before he took his shot, but eventually he scored a brilliant goal. And then I'm saying 1-1, yes, look like we have a game on our hand. And then De Bruyne scored again shortly after, and Manchester United was still attacking, and I was hoping that even going into the half, it was at 2-2, but unfortunately it was 2-1. But based on how Manchester United was playing, I said coming out half time, they will get that equalizer. But I don't know what happened in that dressing room, but it was men amongst boys in that second half. Man City rolled Manchester United. Honestly, one at a time, I don't know if Manchester United even know what the ball looked like. It was just all City, all City. Till one at a time, I think that City didn't even want to score. To how they're just dominating them. They just got so many opportunities, and it was embarrassing. The second half was an embarrassment. Trust me. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Wow. Manchester United. And this is what I have to keep on saying. In games, you see spurs of moments of brilliance with the team, and then Everton. You don't know what happened. Exactly. It's like, I don't know, they can't. I'm lost for words. But trust me, it was a horrible embarrassment. If you're gonna lose with like a pride. But trust me, they weren't trying nothing. It was just
What I'll say is that I woke up this morning and I was the biggest Manchester United fan. I was like, come on, Manchester United, you can do it. But I know it was just me having just pure hope. Well, not hope. I was just being hopeless. Because there was no way that United was going. I'm not saying no way they was going to win today, but it would have been difficult for them to win today. As you said, I was actually surprised without Manchester United start off the first half. They were very reckless defensively, to be honest. But they were still getting the ball forward. Pogba was making some good passes in that first half. Sancho ended up leveling the game, which put them in a good position in the first half. But in no space of time, they allow City to score back, and I am wondering about that second goal. I see where the ball passed Harry Maguire, and I am thinking to myself, could he kick that ball like out of bounds, or it passed him too quickly? I am not sure, but to me it seemed like it was a ball that could have been kicked away, but he opted for it to go through his feet or by him. What do you think?
Yes, definitely. It seemed like he deliberately let that ball run through his leg because he could have outed it, but I'm not sure what he was thinking at that point in time.
And this is the captain of the club.
Sad to say.
But yeah, as I said, the first half and the second half was pretty much night and day. I don't know where United was in that second half. I literally don't know where they were because I can't remember United having a shot at goal in the second half. Not one shot. I can't recall. That should show you how much they were outplayed. In that second half, in my opinion, Manchester United looked like a second division team. They did not look like a team that belonged in the English Premier League. I think Watford, Norwich, these clubs that have give you a better game today than, at least in the second half, than what we see Manchester United put out on the field. But yeah, it was a horrible, horrible performance. No one can point to themselves today on the field I play for Manchester United and think that they put in a good shift. I was hoping that they could win so that they could make it a little easier for Liverpool to get even with City, but I guess I was relying on the wrong team. So yeah, big failure, but it is what it is. I guess they go again, as they always say.
Based on the result today, we can clearly say probably that's it for United trying to finish in the top 4, because Arsenal has overtaken them and still have 3 games in hand. The way Manchester United is playing, I don't see them finishing in that top 4.
I totally agree with that. I think mathematical, it is possible, but I think mentality-wise, it is gone. I did not see anyone on the field today after City was bouncing the ball around like that, like put in a tough challenge, like a serious, like, you know, an upsetting challenge. What I even want to say about the game today also, now that there was no Ronaldo, who will the Manchester United fans blame for the way they played today? Who will they blame? No Ronaldo, who will they blame?
Surprisingly, you should say that the lineup that they started without Ronaldo, with Pogba playing an advanced role in today's game, in the first half, they did look pretty decent going forward.
Football is played with 2 hours.
But I'm just saying, without him out there, I actually saw the team look better going forward in the first half. I
think if Ronaldo was in the team today, United win or draw.
Well, we'll never know.
Okay, let's move on to a little bit of cricket. Let's talk about the passing of the legend, the greatest leg spinner, arguably the greatest spinner in world cricket ever, Shane Warne, who passed at 52 from a heart attack. What memories do you have about Shane Warne?
Well, great Shane Warne. I have so many memories. Trust me, I've always said this to you. I don't know if his ball should be illegal. The spin that he gets at times, pitching the ball outside the batsman leg stump and bowling them off stump behind them legs. I remember him giving a ball to Shanda Paul. I think that's one of my most memorable deliveries of him. And he bowled him and it was way out. Trust me, it's a sad passing, sudden. Nobody saw it coming, and that's just life. But he's a great cricketer. I remember his battle with Brian Lara. I remember those when I was very younger. They used to have their back and forth. A lot of time, Lara coming out on top because they say he's probably the greatest batsman of spin, at least for West Indies, because we don't know to play
overall.
but probably the Indians will have something to say about that because they don't know.
Greatest player ever of spin, Brian Lara.
But yeah, and taking 700 test wickets, you know, that's a great achievement. Yeah, it's a sad passing.
Yeah, what I'll say is that Shane Warne probably is one of the most inspiring cricketer of all time. Most people who played cricket or is currently playing cricket know that leg spin is probably the hardest form of bowling to master. And to me, he pretty much did that. He made bowling, leg spin cool. All the different type of deliveries that he bowled, everyone was trying them. A lot of time you'll be at school playing with your friends or whatever, and you'll be bowling and say, "Bowling Shane," doing that thing that the Aussies used to do. So his legacy is cricket, I don't think will ever be matched, because he literally created interest in leg spin where it wasn't seem cool, at least back in the days, because most person wanted to be pace bowlers or a batsman. So yeah, it was an unexpected death. Was very surprising, very shocking, but as you know, it's life and these things can happen. But yeah, RIP to Shane Warne, definitely one of the greatest cricketer to ever play in the game. All right, let's get into some basketball now, Mikhail. How confident are you that the Lakers will be able to make the play-in tournament, being that they are currently 2 games away from the 11th spot and outside of the play-in?
I think the Lakers will get into that play-in tournament because it's the top 10, right?
Yes.
I think they will be in it, but to what extent, I don't know. Because even if they were to even go in that play-in, get through the play-in, they will come in at the 8th seed possibly, and then they'll end up after play one of those top teams, the Suns or Warriors.
Currently, it's most likely the Suns. The Suns is like 8 games ahead of the rest of the.
Exactly. So yeah, and trust me, even though we saw King James put on a 56-piece with fries on the Golden State Warriors, but that won't happen every day. And you see the huge effort it took in order to win that game. One player to score 56, and we would have said it exactly. And this is not sustainable, especially in a series, because when you have quick turnaround time, traveling and stuff like that, it's very taxing on the body, because I'm sure Lebron has still not recovered from that. But people will say Anthony will be back, but then again, he hasn't looked like himself, so I ain't banking on that.
He will be back, but will he be gone again?
Yeah, Mr. Glass, they should call him. He's fragile. But Lakers, I think they made the play-in, but as to how far they go, I'm not sure. And trust me, I don't know do you think if Lakers were to actually get into the playoff and losing in the first round like they did last season, this will stay in LeBron's legacy?
Absolutely. Because he's chasing down, I guess, GOATness, and in order to be the GOAT or undisputed GOAT in some shape or form, you got to be consistently amongst the title. You got to be in that final, even if you're not winning. Because remember, LeBron went to 9 finals straight?
Exactly. So that's what I was going to say.
Only won 3, and people were saying that he's the GOAT based off the fact that he went to 9 finals straight, never been done before. Some people are saying no, he's not the GOAT because he lost in the finals. But I think losing in the finals and losing in that first round playoff is miles apart. You can't be the greatest basketball player ever and losing in the first round at this point of your career, at least. So for me, it's either ring or bust every time for LeBron.
We can argue to say that a lot of players at age 37, this late in their career, probably not even making it to the playoff. So you have to look at that as well. So you're saying, based on all that he has achieved, as you said, 9 straight finals, 4 MVP, 4 rings, 4 finals MVP, and you still think not making it to the playoff or losing the first round will stay in his legacy, and most likely to be all-time scorer in the NBA. He's scoring over 30,000 points, 10,000 assists, 10,000 rebounds. What more does this man need to prove?
All right, this is my question to you. Is he trying to be one of the greats, or he's trying to be the greatest? Then if he's just trying to be one of the greats, he's already that. He will not change anything in his legacy. He's one of the greats. But if he's trying to be the greatest, absolutely. So which one is it?
I don't think he needs to prove anything else to be the greatest.
Yes, you absolutely do. You gotta win more MVP. You gotta win more chips, because most people say that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And if you're chasing Michael Jordan, you gotta have more rings than him, more MVP than him. That's just my opinion. And remember, LeBron has played more seasons than Michael Jordan.
I hate when people come to me with that, to say the 6-0 and Michael Jordan wasn't playing NBA just for 6 years. People need to remember that. So even though he went to 6 straight finals and won 6 rings, he was in the league for...
Yeah, but the point they are making is that when you do get to that point when everything's supposed to be on the line and it's about the ring, right? You always come out on top. I understand that there are such thing as the conference finals, which obviously I've lost a couple of those or a few of those. But at the end of the day, if LeBron finished this season by exiting in the first round, come on, man. You can't think that this won't put a stain on his legacy. Absolutely. Got to. Let's move on to some more LeBron situation. So, do you believe the Lakers should trade LeBron or AD when the trade window opens? We know Russ is out of here. So, what do you think about AD and LeBron being traded?
Having LeBron and Anthony Davis in your team put you immediately as a contender. So, I don't think Lakers will look to trade any of them. But
LeBron is 37, AD is late 20s, made of glass.
well, if they should trade anybody, it should be Anthony Davis and bring us Damian Lillard. I've been saying that for the longest while.
I think Anthony Davis would have the most value in being traded compared to LeBron.
Yeah, but that's in theory, but as I said, he's injury prone, and we have seen the durability of LeBron James. So yes, you can more likely will have more years with Anthony Davis, but in reality, how much do you actually have? Because
that's a fact.
You could say this is the peak of his career, but he can't even play a full season. So
that's true.
How many teams are willing to risk their future with such an injury-prone player? Yeah, if you get LeBron right now, most of probably is getting a year or two out of it, because probably that's all he has left.
You never know. You might get 4 because remember he wants to play with his son.
Well, I'm saying in terms of being efficient or being one of the top 10 players within the league, because at that age he's probably coming off the bench.
I doubt it. I haven't seen LeBron slow down. They've been saying LeBron would slow down about 4 years ago. Still playing at the top level.
True.
Every year we hear the same. This year LeBron might be Father Time might catch up with LeBron. They say this every year. It's yet to happen. Although the last 2 years is the most he has ever been injured ever. But still, he's playing at the highest level.
That is true. But trading them, I don't think they'll trade LeBron James. We have never seen it happen yet. And I don't think we'll see it now where a team wants to get rid of him.
I think all they need to do is trade AD, put some shooting pieces around LeBron, and get also another second guard that is also a good shooter of the ball, doesn't need the ball that much. And then I don't know what's going to happen to the rest. That was another week of Sports Talk Zone. You can check us out on all streaming platforms and also on Instagram at Sports Talk Zone.